Dolores, are you in?
Yes, Bob. My, it has been ages.
Well, I come with news. The committee has requested a redo.
Oh, my stars, the chamber.
I'm afraid so. I have a lyric that we must cast into the chamber of forgotten words.
Well, let's get it started.
Wow. Completely unchanged since 2003. Remarkable.
2003? I don't even know if it will still work.
Well, there's only one way to find out, isn't there?
It's beautiful.
Who is WFODICKS?
Wheelbarrow full of dicks. You don't know those guys?
Well, I wasn't going to say it. I wanted you to say it.
Nice. I get super jealous of Wheelbarrow full of dicks.
Dude, shout out to a Wheelbarrow full of dicks. I listen to a show every day.
WFO Fix. That does sound suggestive.
You are now listening to the Wheelbarrow Full of Dicks Internet Radio Program.
Right on a piece of paper. Oh no! I've been hit! If I'm wasting our time, I won't get this all mic for nothing. That smells like the program. It's a dangerous assignment. Oh, what on a line? I'm not ready to do that.
WFOD starts now.
Anal feeling. Open.
Hello and welcome to this thing we call the Wfod. My name is Mike. I am joined by my good friend, Mr. Drunkard STL.
Hey, buddy.
And guys, the king of pranks, the albino alligator, popcorn bitch, Coach T, the Duke of Denim.
Jaguar impressive.
Jaguar impressive. The man of spice.
The albino alligator, do you know?
Oh, yeah. Travis Hulse is here, everyone. Travis.
Hey, boys. Hey.
Phone number to contact the show is 636-487-HAND or WFOD show on Skype. And Travis, I will tell you, man, when I have a few days to just like sit and look at the wall. What happened last week, Travis? I was feeling under the weather a bit.
You're sickly.
And like once
it wasn't the Rona.
Once the carnival starts moving, you know, like once the Ferris wheel starts turning, Travis, it's bad for everybody. It's bad for everybody.
Try to stop it.
Yeah. Like I need to stay busy, Travis.
You need to come up with more bits.
Oh no, I have plenty of bits.
You got too many bits.
The fucking bits. The bits really work, Drunk.
Flowing.
Travis, I think that I've figured out the universe. And I'm looking forward to talking to you about it, but I do think that we need to discuss it because we're a couple of weeks into June. Travis, it is Pride Month.
It is. That's a fact, yep.
And I don't know, you know, what always happens during Pride Month is like every company on Earth, they pander. They do the rainbow logo. You know, but
Comedy Central's got a big and proud on their TV screen.
Yeah, the Paramount Plus app right now, which I don't have, but I do have the app on my Roku. they did put the rainbow in the mountain.
And you know what, Travis? I don't. It doesn't bother me because it's like, okay, they have a month where everybody's kind of like, hey, we think you're cool. Don't feel like shit. You had it rough there for a while. You had to keep yourself a secret. Good for you, guys.
Good, yeah, good for them, and that's fine. And if companies feel the need to do that, they do know that if they don't make any kind of statement or change their profile picture to the flag, that they will get flack about it. So it's it's kind of a win-win for everybody, I guess.
Travis, this year though, in particular, companies are taking things a little bit far, or at least farther than they have in the past. We used to just do the rainbow flag. I don't know if you saw the Postmates advertisement. Did you see the Postmates advertisement, Travis?
I did not.
On the Postmates app now, they have a special bottom-friendly menu, Travis. A menu for bottoms so that you don't get poop on your partner's dick when you...
What are you eating, Miss Pride? Well, if you're a top, it seems like you can eat whatever you want. But if you're a bottom, you're expected to starve?
That's right. You can't eat, Travis, because you make poop. And then if your partner's fucking you in the ass, he'll get poop.
Is that
on
a real
his dick.
ad?
This is real, Travis. I swear this is real. This is Postmates.
Introducing the bottom-friendly menu from Postmates. We teamed up with Dr. Evan Goldstein from Bespoke Surgical to bring you a menu of bottom-friendly foods backed by science.
They've taken it too far, Travis. Christina Aguilera's...
Bottom-friendly food?
Christina Aguilera's got a 12-inch donger up on stage that she's jacking off for people, Travis.
It was like the Incredible Hulk's cock that she strapped on.
The problem with these foods is they don't dissolve in water, which could cause a traffic jam in your digestive system.
He's talking about poop.
Rest of your evening.
Travis, he's talking about poop.
Speaking of messy...
Speaking of messy, Travis, because you got to eat foods that don't make too much poop so that you can have a nice evening. That's part of it, right? You'd be like,
I don't like this.
No, me neither. It makes me uncomfortable, Travis. I don't like it.
Soluble fibers and protein are the key to having some good, clean fun. These all digest easily and slowly while feeding your good gut bacteria, which makes sushi a great bottom-friendly option. There's no right or wrong way to bottom, but if you're planning on getting peachy this Pride, the bottom-friendly menu on Postmates has the kinds of foods that could keep you feeling good.
Are you organic?
So
when did we decide to go over the line? Like, sexuality should be celebrated, yes, of course, but I don't ever recall a commercial from like Dole Pineapple pandering to women who swallow when they're giving blowjobs, telling men, if you're the blowjob receiver, there's not really a menu for you. But now Dole has canned pineapple that will make your partner feel very happy.
Look, Travis, if that rumor gets out there, Dole's probably happy as shit. But, like, they don't want to make the ad. Like, they got to be professional, right?
Right.
You can't say, hey, we got a menu on, like, what is good food to eat if you're going to get fucked in the ass. You can't make that ad, Travis.
So sushi bad. No, sushi's good. I guess, like, refried beans would be bad.
This is like a joke that's been running forever, whether you're a homosexual or a heterosexual, where you're like, oh, you go out on the first, on a second or third date for Indian food, and then you head back to her place, like, ha, ha, ha. Like, that's just like a joke, but you don't go into detail and be like, this is exactly what you should eat if you're planning on getting boned in the asshole.
Travis, I gotta counter that.
It's too far, right? Like, it's just too, like, it's not, all of that extra information is not necessary.
Travis, our friends at Dunkin' Donuts, I think that they have the counter to the Postmates ad. You want to hear that one?
You did this
Yes.
yourself.
Here at Dunkin', we understand that a lot of gay dudes don't want to wear assless chaps and get slapped in the face with dildos. They're just normal people who don't want the shit beat out of them for preferring the company of men. So this Pride, if you want to grab a cup of coffee and a dozen donuts to play ring toss with each other's boners, we'll try to make the holes in the middle bigger for you. All June long, Pride runs on Dunkin'.
I feel like that's respectable.
I tell you what.
Yeah, that Dunkin' is a forward-thinking company.
I was thinking about making it my pick of the week, but they got this cake batter iced coffee out right now, and it is very good.
Does it stick to you?
I mean,
It sounds sticky.
I guess.
Travis, I saw a article on Twitter. I didn't look too much into it, but it is an interesting question. A lady filed a car insurance claim for Geico. Her boyfriend fucked her in the back of his car and gave her HPV, right?
Yeah.
Filed a car insurance claim and was awarded $5.2 million because she got HPV for having unprotected sex in a car. It's an interesting question, Travis, because the car doesn't injure people like you're driving the car and you run it into people. So if you're fucking in a car, is it the same thing? I mean, they say they have the thing where the burglars fall through holes in your roof, and you can sue their homeowners. So can you sue somebody for getting an STD in the back of their car?
According to the court,
apparently the answer is yes, because she was awarded over $5 million.
That opens a fucking can of worms, doesn't it, Travis? That sets a precedent.
Open a can of worms.
That Adam Conover, I listened to. We put Adam Conover in our best of, and he was talking about how you can become a court expert just kind of by getting a few cases under your belt. You trick a couple people, a couple prosecutors into considering you a blood splatter expert or a gun sound expert, and then you just tell the next court, oh well, I was in a court case, and they say, well, I mean, if he was in a court case. So now there is a precedent that somebody was sued for. I'll tell you what, I'll fucking get HPV for $5.2 million.
Give it to me.
Yeah, Travis, who gives a shit at this point, right? Our dicks are just decoration. We're 40.
Yeah, and HPV is not a big deal.
I mean, I won't care that much if I can buy a whole fleet of jet skis and just have fun. That sounds great. I don't have to work anymore. Fuck my ass and give me something.
When's the last time you've been on a jet ski?
It's been a few years. See, drunk. The hardest part isn't riding the jet ski; it's getting back on it.
Yeah.
If you fall off,
especially when you're our age and size.
Yeah. The arms aren't that strong.
Not as strong as they used to be.
I mean, they weren't that strong then.
And they turn into morsels every way.
They have. We go every year to this campground that has a man-made pond, and they have big inflatable things that you're supposed to run across and not fall down, and giant slides, and just a giant inflatable structure in the middle of this pond that you have to swim out to. It's 10 plus feet deep. And I'll tell you what, the kids always want me to go out and do that with them. And the problem is exactly that, is you see all of these people falling in the water, pulling themselves right up back on these inflatable things. And then there's Dad, who has to find any kind of foothold to be able to climb back on because his fat ass can't lift himself up out of the water.
They need just a step that falls down. You could press a button on the bottom of it.
They have these steps, but you have to swim around a lot of things to find them. They're strategically placed in different spots. I mean, this thing is it's a monstrosity. The thing is huge. And there's only so many steps, so you have to swim to the other side of the pond to find a step to climb back up. So you're in not good starting position, and more than likely are going to fall off again trying to get back to where you fell off. So I just don't do that anymore, because
Did you ever used to do the tubing?
Tubing?
Yeah.
Never did tubing.
Water skiing?
No, never did that either.
Boogie board?
Tubing I was a fan of, drunk, right? Tubing used to be a really good time until I think I was in my late 20s and somebody cracked the whip, flung me off. And when I hit the water, I could feel that. You know when you kind of crack your neck and it feels like warm water is creeping down your spine?
Yeah.
I decided that was the last time I would ever go on a tube.
My dad was straight ignorant towards me, dude. Fucking, he'd be nice as hell to everybody else. Fucking, as soon as I got on the tube, fucking,
time to
full
crack her.
speed, fucking nothing but curves. Let's get you out this wake. Fucking
Yep. Hopefully we can find something to knock you off.
It ups the difficulty level.
Oh yeah.
He thought you could take it.
Let's see if I can get him to fucking flip this tube. Oh yeah.
Everybody, get your cameras ready to watch old Uncle Drunk fly in the air.
Oh yeah, and in the air was flown too.
Looks very fun, the skiing and the tubing and all that. Travis, looks like a good time. And once I have my $5.2 million, I plan on doing plenty of it. Like, I just need to find a guy with an STD and really good full coverage on their automobile.
I'm surprised they got it out of Geico. Well, I mean, the court ordered it, but Geico.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, I guess Geico itself has opened up. I mean, if they're, yeah, sure, the court ordered it, but at the same time, like, Geico is like now the face of this, paying off ridiculous things for car insurance. So, like, I can't imagine Progressive is going to fall.
Oh, I know. All the big ones that show the commercials, the Geicos, the Generals, the Progressives. It's not easy to get a claim off those fuckers.
No, it is not. No, it is not.
Well,
That's why
they
they're so
set up
cheap, because they never pay out.
Arbitrators. It's a scam, right? What was this arbitrator's last day or something? Didn't he know the deal?
No, he probably was like full. It's like when you burn the place down when you're no longer going to be working there.
What are you
like,
doing,
well, fuck it.
Bob? You fucked everybody here.
Just now we're constantly going to have to be dealing with backseat STDs.
Yeah, every loose woman is going to be calling in here filing a claim.
Yeah, you shouldn't have hard-noded that one. You should have just gave her a couple $100 until they're going our way.
Yeah, piss off. Yeah, don't even bother going to court. That's the thing. Is like now everybody that picks up some bar skank at 2:30 in the morning and like raw dogs it and gets like crabs, is he going to be like, oh, Geico, I got crabs, give me money?
Drunk, do you remember those concrete gooses?
Yeah, my grandma had them.
Yeah, my parents have a concrete goose.
Fucking, they dress it every other season.
Yeah, you get different clothes.
They got the rain cloak in like the fall.
I mean, when the Cardinals start playing, you got your Cardinals outfit for your concrete goose.
When it's not Cardinal season, does your dad just have a shirt on it that says "Let's go, Brandon"?
No, see, they don't really decorate the goose that much anymore.
No, my grandma had the fall outfit, the winter outfit, the rain slicker, and then the Cardinal jersey.
Travis,
before we continue real quick, there's a tavern that we go to they have great chicken wings on Monday, great pizza and deep fried shrimp on Wednesday. They actually have a coyote stuffed on the bar, and they dress it up for literally every holiday, including like President's Day, St. Patrick's Day. It's quite festive.
Travis, this was a big thing when we were younger, that everyone had one of these concrete gooses.
Were you a goose stealer?
I didn't steal. They were too fucking heavy.
They are very heavy.
Who the fuck's gonna steal one of those fucking things?
I don't know. There were degenerates that I went to school with that stole the gooses.
And they would put different outfits on them. Travis, did this not travel up there? Was this a local deal, John?
I don't think
the concrete goose.
There might have been. I mean, I know I've seen concrete goose, and maybe I just wasn't rolling in circles that created outfits for them. But yeah, I would imagine it's probably up here somewhere.
There was concrete goose stores that when the concrete goose craze died down, they all became snow cone shops. Like, they were all small, cute little buildings that they sold concrete gooses in and concrete goose outfits.
I got like 6 or 7.
And I'm thinking, Drunk, the concrete goose thing would be huge now. Like, we could have like a pride goose and a Ukraine goose.
Yeah.
And don't make it so I can't get an abortion goose.
I got at my house, well, at my apartment currently, I have a gargoyle. I have an Easter Island head. I have a couple of mushrooms.
Do you dress them though?
No,
you just have tchotchkes.
I got statues.
Yeah. But
so are you suggesting that running this goose store, that you would sell the different goose, or that you would sell outfits for the goose?
Well, you sell the goose, and you probably give it an outfit to,
start out. Like an American Girl doll. You buy the American Girl, and then you have to buy the rest of the outfits later.
We got red, white, and blue goose. We got like Mike said, the Ukraine goose.
Right.
Then you just have like racks of clothing and hats you can put on.
We
Like,
got Save
if you
the
want to
Titties,
like,
Goose.
oh, it's Michael Jordan's birthday or the anniversary of his big championship win. Here's the Jordan jersey that you can
Save
put on
everything.
your
You
boots.
know, like the Livestrong bracelets, they got every color under the sun. Bada bing, bada boom. Different outfit.
Bada bang, bada boom.
For all of them.
I mean, Travis, in this day and age, if we could make the concrete goose a thing again nationwide, like think of how many Etsy shops we could put in business making concrete goose outfits.
That's the problem, though. You don't want. I mean, that would be a cease and desist thing. Like, you don't want Etsy shops making outfits because you want to be the singular provider.
So that's the thing.
for
It can't be a brick and mortar is the deal because you want.
If it became a nationwide craze, we would be too busy making concrete geese. But I mean, like you could still get the good name brand.
I think you'd make more money out of the outfits than the goose.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I feel like in order for these people to be selling their own handmade custom Etsy outfits, that they're going to have to pay us like a licensing deal. Otherwise, we're going to sue their ass, and Geico is going to give us $5 million.
Should I got that Geico and should?
Yeah, I don't even know why we had the concrete geese, Travis. I just know we did, and it was.
Well,
a
do you
better
still
time.
have one?
My
Why do people
parents
have
do.
yard gnomes?
Maybe
you know?
maybe I'll ask them to will it to me.
They'll probably just tell you fucking have it. There you go. Take it home.
Yeah, I was going to say they'd probably just give it to you.
Yeah, I want it to be betrothed.
I can't
to
see
me.
your dad being upset that your concrete goose is
I think they still dress it sometimes. Yeah.
You should go over there and say, hey, I feel like over the past few years that you guys have started to neglect the concrete goose, and I just feel like I could provide it with a better lifestyle at my home, and I would like to rehome it and dress it up for every minor holiday.
Travis, I wonder if I just went and took it off their porch.
Would they even notice?
Would they even notice how long it would take?
Oh,
them to
you know,
notice it was
it'd be
gone?
really funny is if you took it off their porch and like you left like a can of lentils in its place or something. It would like just
Do it when you go out of
everything,
town
see
for the
if your dad
weekend or
said
something.
Yeah, they don't go out of town.
They don't like go see your sister or nothing?
Oh, well, she does. He doesn't go.
Oh.
Travis, what we're going to do, we're going to take a break. It's going to be a good break. And when we come back, I'm going to tell you, I figured it out, Travis. I figured the whole fucking thing out.
I'm excited.
And I want to talk to you about it. So stick around, guys. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Wfod goes hard.
Hi, I'm Travis from WFOD, the show that you're listening to right now and hopefully sincerely enjoying. We do our best every week to provide you with quality entertainment, and we're glad you joined us for this show. But wouldn't it be great if you could listen to your favorite podcast whenever you wanted? Introducing Podcast Timeshares by WFOD. With Podcast Timeshares, you can enjoy this episode, the next episode, or any past episode that's currently available on our RSS feed whenever you choose. You want to take WFOD with you to the beach? Podcast Timeshares. Heard that Marin had on Krusty the Clown and wanted to share it with your grandma during your President's Day get-together? Podcast Timeshares. That's right. With Podcast Timeshares, you can listen to your favorite podcasts at the office, at the gym, and on the go, whenever you want. Save on podcast fees and bundle your favorite shows however you see fit. Aren't able to listen when you want? Podcast Timeshares is fully transferable.
For a small maintenance fee.
Stop paying for podcasts only to be forced to listen whenever they want you to. Podcast Timeshares by WFOD. Find your freedom. If this amazing opportunity sounds like it's right for you, call 636-487-4263. We have operators standing by with more information about this unique service offered only by WFOD.
Wfod goes hard.
Here is Mike with a quick update on the WFOD Hollywood Fantasy League.
Jurassic World Dominion made $145 million this weekend, which is great, but it's 18 less than the last one made. So there's that. And it also has a 37% Metacritic, which is holy shit bad. Top Gun finished up last week with $296 million and got to keep 78% of that, scoring Team WFOD 231 points. Bob's Burgers was the very last pick taken by Team Furnicast, and it made $22 million with a 75% Metacritic. So 17 points there. We'll have totals for Jurassic World next week,
Now look at Lightyear and Elvis.
I love to be witty and shit and nasty with my buddies.
Just give me a lawyer, dog.
Once again, WFOD. Wheelbarrow full of dicks.
Travis. 37%. It can't be that bad, right? Is he there? Can you hear me? Hello?
Jurassic Park.
Travis.
I mean, they're not good, drunk. None of them are good. The Jurassic Park movies. You watch them, and like there's dinosaurs, and it's fun. They're not good.
But they're not 37% bad, right?
I don't know. The only Jurassic Park movie that's good is the first one, and sort of the second one's okay.
The fourth one?
The fourth, okay, is fine.
Yeah.
3 sucks.
Yeah, 3 is terrible.
5 sucks.
5 was okay. They didn't need the whole cloned little girl deal.
This, I don't know if I'm in the well, I know I'm in the minority. Like, I was the right age for Jurassic Park. What did Jurassic Park came out in, what, 92?
Yeah,
94?
93, I think.
Sure.
Yeah. So I was like the right age for Jurassic
Yeah,
Park.
I was 9 and it was awesome.
Yeah, so I was like 12 and it was like, oh yeah, this is great. And like I don't even think I saw it in the theater. I think I saw it on home video and I was like, oh yeah, that's pretty good. But like it took me years to realize, obviously, because there was a million sequels, but like there's people love Jurassic Park.
Oh yeah.
Love Jurassic Park, and I like never understood it. Like I get like the first one's like a good movie. It's like they did great. The special effects are really good, especially for the time. Like you're never going to surpass that, but like the fervor for like Jurassic Park, I've never understood.
I saw it in the drive-in theater as a double feature with the Flintstones.
Flintstones and Jurassic Park, that's a pretty good double feature.
Fucking hey, buddy.
Travis, I was listening to Anthony Jeselnik's podcast.
Great comedian. He's so good.
And this is Comedy Central show.
This clip, Travis, I think it made me figure it out. The whole fucking thing, Travis. And I'm going to play it for you, and I'm going to explain.
Do people still have the birds and bees conversation because of sex ed in schools and just the internet? Do your kids even go on the internet? Like, not that they're watching porn, but like I think they're like more. They have more knowledge at their fingertips than we had as kids.
Travis,
was it on the Your Mom's House podcast?
No, he has his own podcast.
Who was he interviewing?
He does a show with some ESPN guy. It's fine. I don't love it. It's fine. It's something to listen to.
Okay.
Now, Travis, do you remember? We're around the same age.
Yeah, approximately.
Those first couple Eminem albums were great.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the fucking best. Like
even the fourth one where he started getting a little Looney Tunes was still great.
Yeah, one through 3 were amazing. Like the second one was like that's when like pop culture changed because of him, and then I thought the follow up, the Eminem show, was just like magic.
Well, yeah. I think that you're right. That pop culture changed because of him, and I think the world, in a lot of ways, changed because of him. But I have a clip, Travis, and then I want to explain.
When a dude's getting bullied and shoots up your school and they blame it on Marilyn and the heroin, where were the parents at?
Now, I know from our very small little sample size that people misunderstand the point you're trying to make.
Of course.
And I especially think that as huge as Eminem was, a lot of people missed the fucking point entirely. But around that time, we were listening to Marilyn Manson, we were listening to Eminem, and we were playing Mortal Kombat.
Right.
And Columbine happened. And everybody said, well, they did it because of Marilyn Manson and Eminem and Mortal Kombat. Right? They were playing video games. It warped their minds. And we rolled our eyes, Travis. We rolled our eyes and we said, psst, dude, that doesn't warp your minds. But the parents, they insisted that it did. They freaked the fuck out. And Travis, I think that those things, a lot of the things from that time, did end up fucking people up, but I think it fucked up the wrong generation. Because, like, we grew up with the parents who thought that shit was fucked up and that we shouldn't watch it, and we had the opposition saying, you shouldn't watch that, and then we snuck it. You know, like our parents said, hey, you can't play Mortal Kombat. It has blood in it. And, like, you know, we thought that there was the naked code with Goro having 2 dicks.
Hell yeah.
And it was fucked up shit that we shouldn't see. But, like, we knew it was fucked up shit that we shouldn't see. And so that's why it was so much better. But then we grew up. We had kids. Our generation had kids. And, like, you know, we listened to Eminem. And so, like we said, well, our fucking parents said that this shit was fucking us up. And it didn't fuck me up, so it won't fuck them up. So, like, everybody just says, I'll just go to the internet and figure it all out for yourself. And so the next generation is then kind of fucked up, right? Because, like, we just sent them to the internet and told them to figure it out for them fucking selves.
Yeah, I can see your point, and I think if that's the case, and if people did just allow their children to learn from the World Wide Web, then they're just terrible people and bad parents and shouldn't have had children. Because I grew up with all of these things, right? Like, and of course, like with horror movies and things, like I'll let my kids watch, you know, and I have for many years, but we'll watch things like Joe Bob, you know, Last Drive-In and things where it's like, obviously these are not real things, right? Like, the internet being a different story, it's like you can't let your kids roam free on the internet. And if you do, it's a mistake. That's why I feel like giving your children internet accessing devices too early is a fucking bonehead move.
But I mean, like they said, oh, well, we don't do the birds and the bees anymore. We just let them figure it out online. I mean, like when we were kids in the early days of the internet, Travis, and first of all, like we pretty much grew up before the internet.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
But, you know, like we see how fucking crazy the internet is because we remember a time before it. But I mean,
well, and not only that, when the internet first came out, if people don't remember, there were things online that were purposefully shocking, right? Like rotten.com, you know, like those things existed at a time when the internet was fairly new and we were all exploring, like, holy shit, look at this person's head smashed in by this train that rolled over their dead body.
Right.
But it's like the internet's different now. It's like even though those things existed, I feel like the internet is seedier now than it was when there were shock value things there.
The seediness is mainstream, is what I'm saying, Travis. Like,
right.
When we went to porn sites, we had to lie and say we were 18.
Right.
Like, to get on Pornhub and watch people do anything, all you have to do is know how to spell Pornhub. You don't have to lie. There's no static page that says, hey, you can't access this if you can't access it. Like, you spell out Pornhub and hit enter, and like every fucked up thing you can think of is there for free. You don't have to enter a credit card.
You're right. It's just there. You don't. Yeah. There's no paywall, It's just, what do you want to look at today, young grasshopper? And yeah, and that's the thing. It's like safe, putting on safe search is like a joke, because like, what kid doesn't know if you just go in and click off?
Right.
You know, like.
So, like, we don't want Eminem to call us bitches, Travis. Like, our generation. I'm not saying me and you. I'm saying the people who grew up listening to I Am What You Say I Am and didn't get the fucking point.
Right.
Like, they just think, oh, well, all of this stuff is fine, obviously, because I'm fine. But, like, some people are fucked up from seeing murders all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if, like, there's no opposing view to say, hey, you do know this isn't, like, good stuff, right? Travis,
right. Like,
Pepper sent me a video yesterday of, like, a couple doing, like a dance type thing where she was climbing on him, and it had, like, sweet music, and I was like, why is Pepper sending me this cutesy TikTok bullshit? Why is he sending me this? And then the guy diarrhea shits on her face. And, like, this is just on Twitter. Just somebody tweeted it.
Uh-huh. It's a problem.
There's people diarrhea shitting on each other's faces drunk.
Well, not each other. It's just one.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, that's what goes back to how we grew up. You know, it's the old standby of, oh, somebody found a Playboy, and so we all looked at a Playboy, but there was still a sense of imagination there, right? Like, he was like, oh, there's a naked girl, and really, to be honest, even if you saw a Hustler where it got real graphic, you're like, oh, Jesus, there's anatomy is right there. But it wasn't like play acting shit play, and it wasn't like, you know, it wasn't like every time you have sex, there's going to be two dudes in the room. You know what I mean? Like, but
right.
Now that is so common when these kids get on the internet and see porn, that it's like, it's slanting their view of how things actually work, you know? And I feel like if you really do want to dial deep in, it's like some of these conservative talking points and Bible thumpers, they're like, oh, porn is perverting people, and is not, you know, they're not taking the sanctity of marriage and couplehood, you know, as seriously as they used to. And it's like, yeah, it's because any Tom, Dick, or Harry, no matter what your age, can go to Pornhub and see, like, double anal, double vaginal. And it's like, just like, fine.
And Travis, I love those things, and I want to continue looking at them. I love action movies. I love John Wick just blowing 100 people's heads off. But,
kill them all.
And I hate to say this because I don't want Eminem to think I'm not cool. I do love those things, and I think that there should be people out there trying to censor and ban those things. I don't think they should win, but I think they need to be there. I think there needs to be constant people saying, this is all fucked up and we need to get rid of it.
I think the more effective thing for these things is just, like, look, I mean, if you look at any of these tragedies that happen and all of these fucked up people, like, most of them, I would say 80% of them don't have stable parental units in their life that are showing them the difference between right and wrong. The people who are saying, yeah, go ahead and listen to Eminem, but guess what? You can't cut up your ex-girlfriend with a chainsaw and throw her in your trunk and drive off a bridge, right? Like, there has to be people in your life that are saying, yeah, it's awesome that John Wick just shot 30 dudes in the head because they took his dog, but guess what? You shouldn't really actually do that in real life.
You should have to sneak things.
And I'll tell you what, for as bad as people said Mortal Kombat is, it's child's play compared to Grand Theft Auto or Call of Duty.
Oh, sure. You just run over hookers with your car.
Yeah.
Favorite thing to do is to have sex with them and let them out and then run over them and take your money back.
And then take your money back. Yeah. Parents, even if they don't agree with it, they need to be stuffy dickheads and tell them no. They need to say, you can't have this yet. You're too young. Even if they don't agree with it. Even if Eminem thinks they're not cool. Because you're your parents.
Yeah. You have to parent your children. You can't. They're not your little buddies.
Well, I guarantee you Eminem parented more strict than his records would allow you to believe. I guarantee you that.
And so, like,
so hot.
We just said.
I'd like to see her on Pornhub.
I mean, we just send people to the internet now, Travis. We just say, well, I mean, it's all there. Go learn it there.
Go figure it out.
Go figure it out. I don't know what to fucking tell you. I mean, you know. So.
I learned it from Eminem. Go to the internet.
I think that with age, I've come to realize, Travis, that, like, you know, when I was rebelling against all of that, you know, and I was like, yeah, he's right. Fuck Liz Cheney and Tipper Gore. Like, maybe he was wrong, Travis. Maybe he was wrong. Maybe they do need to be there. They don't need to win, but they do need to be there.
They shouldn't win.
Right. And there's none of that now.
There should always be opposition to everything, right? Like, for the most part. Like, I mean, there should always be some sort of opposing force to things, so it's not just that.
Right.
I see what you're saying.
Does it make sense?
It makes sense to me.
Do you think that explain? Because I mean, I remember Columbine was huge.
Trenchcoat Mafia.
And now it's like we have several a week. Columbine level things. And I mean, like we say that it's still bad. And I have to believe that people believe it's bad. But I don't know. There has to be an explanation. There has to be a reason that it's.
Well, and that's the thing is, like, if you look at it, this country is, I mean, it's founded on guns. There's always been guns. And the fact of the matter is, these things have not, it's like a societal plague. Like, these things have not been consistent in our country's history for decades and decades and decades. Like, Columbine was like the first shocking, amazing, crazy, you can't believe it thing. And there's been a million public, the Vegas shooting, all of these things. Like, there's no difference in the amount of guns that people have access to.
Right.
There's just something wrong with our society in general that is causing these people to think this is the answer to their problems.
Travis,
I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I don't either.
Except maybe a lack of parenting. I don't know.
I think
I don't know.
Yeah, it's because 20 years ago we were all listening to Marilyn Manson, Travis. Marilyn Manson fucked us up, and then in turn we fucked up our kids, and now they're crazy.
They're the crazy ones.
Yeah. Travis, I got a pick of the week.
Oh, Mike's pick.
You do?
Of the week.
My pick of the week, Travis. There is a he's on Twitter, but I think he's more prevalent on TikTok. I do not have TikTok. But I saw some of his TikToks on Twitter. Thought they were great. The guy's name is Paris Nicholson. It's all one word.
Is this the guy that did the found the street that a video was recorded on?
No, that guy's awesome too, Travis. But this guy, he just does like the top 5 hottest things. He did like the top 5 sexiest Muppets, and I got this clip here. I don't know how much of this you want to listen to, but this is the top 5 sexiest horror murderers.
Hey everybody, today we're going to be talking about the top 5 hottest killers in horror movies. We've all been there. You're watching a scary movie and you think to yourself, somewhere in the deepest, darkest recesses of your mind, would it be kind of hot to be chased by this killer? And the answer is yes, it would be kind of hot, mostly horrible because you end up dead, but at least you're getting attention. Number 5 is Hannibal Lecter, mostly because he's like super intelligent and really worldly and cultured, and the conversation will be so stimulating that you'll forget that he's a gross, balding old man and you'll start to think that he's hot, and that's okay. He's got an electrifying charisma, and because he's a cannibal, we know he eats ass. Number 4 is Michael Myers. He's tall, dark, and questionably handsome, and according to Dead by Daylight, he has a killer body. Side note, top 5 hottest Dead by Daylight characters coming soon. Anyway, he's a strong silent type if ever there was one, and he can pick you up with such ease that it makes you feel like a little waif. Like, oh, Michael, carry me away. Like, yeah, he's probably going to stab you and put your head in a pumpkin, but it's hot until then.
It's pretty good, right?
That is pretty good.
He had the top 5 Muppets. I love that one.
That's funny.
he said that Animal was, I think Animal was like the third hottest because he's short-term hot, Travis, because he's going to burn out.
I like it.
I got the rest of this. You want to hear the rest of this?
Yeah, finish it off.
Number 3 is Jason Voorhees. Yeah, he stole Michael Myers' entire gig in that he's tall and silent and kills people while wearing a mask, but he does it in a hotter way. The hockey mask is way hotter than William Shatner's crusty old face, and also a machete is hotter than a kitchen knife. And instead of being a killer in the suburbs of Illinois, which is very not hot, he's a killer at a slutty summer camp. I mean, come on. If this man came into my cabin in the middle of the night with this mask and a machete, I'm sorry, I'm making all the wrong choices and I'm dying tonight. The number 2 hottest killer in a horror movie is the log from the opening scene of Final Destination 2. Honestly, this log made such an impact. This is something that nobody really thought about until it happened in a movie, and now it's all you can think about. Like you're driving behind the wrong truck on the highway and you're desperately trying to change lanes.
This is 100% true, by the way.
I don't want a log to fall off of a truck and impale me in the face while I'm driving to work. God, that's tragic. That's the least hot way you can die. Anyway, this log is hot because it's long, it's hard, and it's giving you wood. The number 1 hottest killer in a horror movie is Candyman. The scene in the parking garage where he hypnotizes that dumb bitch and you can feel his deep voice just like penetrating your soul and reverberating in your loins was so hot. Not to mention his signature look is this opulent fur coat, so you know he has an appetite for luxury and he'll take really good care of you. Also, it's super hot that he's an activist and he started the campaign to save the bees.
It's pretty good.
They hypnotized that dumb bitch. Yeah, I'm a fan of that fella.
Drunk pick of the week?
Yep, drunk's pick of the week. We're down to it. Will the Tampa Bay Lightning have a three-peat, or will Colorado come out victorious?
Pat Maroon going for 4 in a row. Drunk is pretty impressive.
Absolutely, that is impressive.
There's an interesting one because Corey Perry has been on the last 2 Stanley Cup losing teams.
Yeah.
And now he's on the Lightning. So he'll either go for 3 times losing the Stanley Cup.
Patty with the 4 times winning.
Yeah, interesting.
So the NHL has a free agent problem as well, huh? Where players just bounce from team to team to team?
Not so much.
Not everybody, but some of the journeymen, Travis.
Yeah, once you get old and you start like cup chasing, you only sign your 1-year contract, and then
Yeah. Sure. Yep.
But yeah, it'll be the first time since 80 to 84 when the Islanders won 4 in a row was the last time somebody's won 4 in a row.
It's pretty wild. Travis, do you remember when they had that song, Master P had that song where he just like completely taught you how to make crack?
Make him say, make him make crack like this.
He just like gave the whole recipe on how to make crack.
I do remember that.
Shouldn't that have fucked us up, Travis?
You know what's so funny about Master P? I was thinking about Master P the other day. I think there was like a song popped up on Rock the Bells, and I was thinking about how I really liked Master P, but really Master P was just an elevated version. Do you remember those CDs that they sold that were just for dipshits that had giant subwoofers in their trunk? Were just like bass tracks?
Yeah.
Like Master P was just like an elevated version of bass tracks.
Right. Yeah. He knew what his people wanted. I had a pair of No Limit Soldier pants that I bought at Valley City probably 25 years ago, drunk. Mm-hmm. And I just donated
Was that like
them.
10 years after Master P was when No Limit Soldiers, 10 years after they were popular?
Yeah. I had a pair of like orange No Limit Soldier pants, Travis. And I just donated those to one of those things because they were just too old. They were too old.
You could have probably sold those fuckers on eBay.
Probably could have made a lot. Because they were rare collector's items, but they weren't in very good shape. I wore them a lot.
Well, why wouldn't you? If they're orange and they said No Limit Soldiers.
Yeah. Pick of the week, Travis?
Yeah, Travis's pick of the week this week is We Own This City, now streaming on HBO Max. It's a 5-part limited series from the creator of The Wire about some crooked Baltimore cops. It spans, I believe, about 10, 15 years, and through the career of one of the main characters, John Bernthal, better known as the Punisher, better known as that dipshit on The Walking Dead. We Own This City. I'm 4 episodes deep. It is very good so far. Watch We Own This City on HBO Max.
Travis, I did purchase a new cola for Drunk to try because he's the king of colas, but we're gonna save.
Oh, did you buy him the boys sponsored cola?
Is that what that is?
Well, it's Starlight.
It's not though. It says it's space flavored, Travis. It's space.
What does that
flavored
even mean?
cola.
What does that mean?
I don't know. It's interesting. It like had like a pretty purple starry wrapper. Yeah,
People do seem to like that. I see a lot of people saying, "Man, they're going to be so disappointed when they stop selling Coca-Cola Starlight."
Really?
I have not tried it.
Well, next week we'll have Drunk give it a 1 through 5 score. Because
you do need the king of cola to rank a cola,
right? But I mean, it's all the way in the fridge, Travis. I'm not going to go get it now.
No, you got to be prepared for something like that. Real quick before we wrap up, I just want to encourage everybody to hop over to our YouTube page. If you do not listen to this show or watch this show, live, go ahead and check out some YouTube videos of the rebroadcasts. Out of curiosity, I decided to look at our YouTube page today, and I was very surprised to see that Charlie Band is our most watched rebroadcast program.
They're all up there, Travis. You know what I need to do? I need to make good-looking thumbnail images. What I was thinking is I need to have several pictures of Drunk looking varying degrees of surprised.
Yep.
Because that's what's big on YouTube. Everybody looks surprised.
Absolutely.
Oh!
Yeah. Just like that, Travis. They're like, oh my God, was that a shark?
Travis's reaction to the Thor Love and Thunder trailer.
Ooh! That's what you do, Travis. Everybody looks shocked. And then you go, what are they so shocked about? I got to see it.
Oh, they're not shocked at all. What the fuck?
This is a bunch of
also
guys
what we need, and I'm going to put this out there into the ether, what we also need is we need like an animating friend that could go ahead and take some clips of us and animate them, and we could put them on our YouTube channel to gain exposure, and we will give you nothing in return except credit on the video.
Travis, give them something out of the prize closet.
Oh, shit. You want to animate some podcast audio? I will send you My Little Sister from Wild Eye Entertainment.
What's My Little Sister about?
DVD. Well, My Little Sister from Wild Eye Entertainment on DVD it's Evil Wears Many Faces. A group of friends go against all warnings not to camp in the local woods, where a legendary monster named Little Sister is rumored to exist. I've never read this. As they defy any advice, one by one, they soon fall victim to the urban legend come to life and his bizarre family of the... Wait a minute. This monster is named Little Sister, but they're assigning his as a pronoun. That's interesting.
Really weird. Charles, you remember when we're still mad at Louis C.K., right? Because he...
I think he's very funny. I'm good with it.
He jacked off in front of people without their permission, right?
Yeah, that's ill-advised. I don't subscribe to that.
Shouldn't do that, right?
Very funny man.
You shouldn't just like get a captive audience and be like, "Hey, you're gonna hang out with me. I'm a celebrity," and then like just start jacking off. That's
no. You shouldn't be like, "Hey, other comedian that happens to be a female, why don't you come over to my house? I'm gonna make some spaghetti. Oh, before you leave, I'm gonna stand in the door and jack off. Is that cool? Oh, it's not. Well, I'm gonna do it anyway."
So we agree, right, that you just shouldn't jack off in front of an audience unless, like,
Agreed, but I think it's been a while. I don't think he's canceled anymore.
Okay. Unless it's consensual, you shouldn't do that.
Yeah. No, I think that's fair. All right, we did it.
Sweet.
Oh, no, the outro didn't work.
Huh. All right, well, I'm Dill Dannon.
Well, you can't be Dill Dannon. The outro didn't work.
Sure I can.
Oh no. Okay. Oh. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.